I can't look back and regret it, because actually, if I hadn't gone through any of those things, I wouldn't be where I am now. And where I am now is a really nice place. So you're going to get to a point where you can look back and reflect on your relationship and be like, I'm actually really glad I went through all those things, because here's what I know now. Here's what I absolutely will not tolerate again. Here's what I'm looking for. And it is really eye-opening to know that you're so much more clued up, switched on, and you still got the rest of your life ahead of you, and you know you're not going to make those same mistakes again.
Well, that's interesting, guys. This woman opened her third eye. She now knows. She knows. What do you know? The answer to the universe? We already know that. It's 42. What do you know? As we have this woman here cosplaying a kangaroo or something, and she went through a divorce, and now she knows, guys. You know, it reminds me of ancient civilization, ancient cultures, as I'm trying to speak, that used to sacrifice the firstborn child, in order for the second one to receive a lot of benefits or something like that. It's the same approach that these women have. They go into a marriage for 6 months to 2 years, then they sacrifice it, and afterwards they say, well, now I'm going to be better in my next marriage. Now I know, all the knowledge, now I know what I won't tolerate, now I know this and that. And of course, after that, they never find a healthy relationship. They become serial divorcees. Massive red flags with capital M. But gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Ampu is greeting you here as well. Welcome to an episode of Divorce. But now, guys, let's move on to our second divorcee, and for our article story, we continue the same trend as before, so stick around for that. Now let's get started.
I'm getting messages saying, like, it seems like you're so happy, it seems like you were so happy, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be, like, insensitive or rude by any means, but it's like, if something was going wrong and you're trying to repair things in your relationship, like, I don't really think you're, like, going out on the internet, like, telling everybody what your problems are. You're sharing what is good in that moment and what you're happy with. But obviously there were so many problems that were going on, and I'm not going to be voicing them, you know, while I'm in this sort of relationship. Do you know what I mean? So I hope you guys, like, understand that sometimes everything that you see is not always what it is, because people are going through it. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that people aren't being authentic and real. It's that, like, sometimes not everything is meant to be on the internet. And, like, I could take my own advice, for example, you know, but, like, I didn't air out any of our shit during that time, you know? And, like, let me tell you something. I was really happy. Like, I was so happy for so long. And then there comes a time and a point where you just feel sort of defeated, and you can't work through those problems, and then you start being unhappy, and then you need to start choosing to love yourself and all those sort of things. So we'll get into everything on, like, a little get ready with me, like, real chat, because there's some really good questions.
We have a screenshot here, but just as she said, right, there are moments where I'm happy, but there are moments where I'm not happy. So what I have to do is cut off the head of my marriage straight to the guillotine, because my happiness is my God, because that is my religion. I don't care about no kids, I don't care about no vows. Give me my happiness back, damn it. Really good people to have a long-lasting life relationship, if you ask me, guys. Really good people to bet half your assets on. But let's read this little post that she has here, and I can't wait to watch her get ready with me routine where she speaks more. Now, some of you may not know, guys, but in my free time, I like to watch women get ready. It's my hobby. I love it. You know, give me all the gossip, babe. Give me the tea. Spill it to me. But now I read. I just want to answer this specific question. The question is, I don't mean to pray, but you and Mike, so her ex-husband, looked so happy. What happened? And she says, not everything you see on social media is real. What? But I thought everything I see on social media is real. Guys, next thing you're gonna tell me is that there are people on the internet that pretend to be mummies or something, or like 4,000 years old. I continue. It's a lot of the time a highlight reel of what people want you to see. I'm also guilty of doing this. Now that I'm on this healing journey, it's always the same words. They are the same person, guys. Like fucking Agent Smith. Now that I'm on my healing journey, I've realized that. And I want to break that cycle and be as authentic as possible, within boundaries, of course. I just laugh at the idea of these women being authentic, because to begin with, you're not being authentic with yourself. Guys, also the person who just broke vows that she spoke in front of an altar or in front of society, really, she just broke them off, and then she speaks about authenticity. Go to hell. Sometimes people show things when they're not happy to make themselves feel happier, or like they're living in a movie. I don't know how else to explain it, but sometimes I will romanticize so many things online when that wasn't how it was in real life. I find photos and videos can make you feel things, and it definitely band-aided some of my truths, because I liked how I felt watching or looking at it. I hope I'm explaining this properly. Yes, you are. In other words, you stayed with your husband because of the status that you gain. It's the thing you like the most, which is, wouldn't you know it, something that benefits you. Wouldn't you know it, guys? Surprise, surprise. The only reason why she was in that marriage is because of things she got, like status and nice matching pajama photos on Facebook for her relatives to look at, so they can no longer ask her the question, why you're 30 and single. So, something more about this. Very emotional, guys, and this will be a trend in next points. Let's continue reading. Had an incredible foundation of friendship and could laugh till we're crying. Again, these are emotions. All that was real and I'm grieving are those moments, because it's what I miss the most. Yeah, the emotions. Something Mike and I worked together. A lot of our friends or something here because of that. I do not recommend working with your partner. It did tear us apart. So there's the reason why they broke up, because they worked together. And as we all know, guys, that is a problem that simply cannot be solved. It's over. The moment you start working together with your partner, 100% doomed. No going through it, no conversations to be had. No, it's over. Again, really emotional, guys. Notice how she doesn't say, me and Mike had similar values, or had similar plans for the future, or we understood each other on a deep level that no one else could. No, it's me and Mike used to laugh. Me and Mike used to make good pictures for Facebook, or videos that seem happy, that make me feel like I'm in a movie. It literally sounds like she's a retard. It's like brain damaged, you know? Not to insult retards, comparing them to this woman. She's mentally damaged. She has been Disneyfied. She expects the Disney movie. Guys, this is terrible. Now, I don't know how long their marriage lasted, but I presume it's not a lot. Yeah, because these are the women, guys. Most of women that marry today are just like this. They're not willing to put the work. They're not willing to have accountability, to pull their weight in the relationship. They just marry you for the nice pictures, for the ring, for the wedding. A lot of women marry for the wedding photos. And then they're out of there. The moment there's one problem, I don't feel happy anymore, I'm a victim, and they leave. Just pathetic, guys. And then people wonder, why do we have this massive drop in the amount of men willing to marry? Hell, I don't know. I have no idea, honestly, guys. But anyway, let's move on to our next TikTok.
And see how the regrets set in.
As we have the sad music here that I will absolutely skip. Cringe. Stop making videos of yourself with this sad, emotional music. Sometimes choosing yourself looks like this. Feel the heartbreak, feel the grief, feel all your feels. They really love their feelings. They can't stop talking about it. Time does heal, and you will get stronger. Chad's banana also heals, which is the healing journey they are riding currently. Be patient with yourself. Choose to love yourself. Choose you. I'm starting to see a pattern here, guys. Seems that as these women always choose themselves. They try to put it in this way that in their marriage they were the most generous, most giving person you will ever meet. Just giving all the time. Oh, I'm so benevolent. Yet when they speak all the time is choose me, 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 me. They have the I syndrome. I, me, myself, and I all the time. Choosing me. It's all about me. It's all about my happiness. There are things in life that are not all about your happiness, you self-absorbed asshole. I go to the gym, guys, and let me tell you, it doesn't make me particularly happy to sweat like a pig for 2 hours. Yeah? But the joy comes from other things involved in going to the gym. Not because I'm happy. I will be more happy eating Doritos in my sofa. That will make me more happy. In the moment, of course, not long term. But it will make me more happy, right? I don't like going to the gym. I don't like having a 9-hour shift. It will make me more happy to sit at home watching my phone all day. But there you have it. There are things in life that are not all about your immediate, momentary, instant gratification type of happiness. But these women, of course, will never understand that. And then she goes on to cry and make it all emotional because it appeals to women that are sad all the time, and like they're in a movie, right? As the second one mentioned. Guys, very, very cringe. This is terrible. These women are terrible dating options. But with that being said, I'm telling you nothing you didn't already know. Let's move on. Oh, I actually already moved in to article story. Editor, switch the scene. There we have it. Is this really how dating is the title of our article story. Matched with a girl on Bumble. I'm male, 33, she's 31, female. We planned a date. So first mistake, you're seriously dating a 30-year-old woman that is on a dating app. When will men learn? We texted a little bit beforehand to get to know each other. She even sent a couple of good morning texts. This was all planned. We meet for coffee. We head downtown to get sandwiches. A bit patriarchal, if you ask me. You know, you're meeting with a woman, you go for sandwiches, make me a sandwich. I don't know. Could have chosen something else. We both get different ones and exchange halves. We head to an art museum and smoke, have a blunt before going in. We're in there for 2 hours looking at art, but cracking jokes and getting to know each other more. We then go to a dessert dinner, rather. Dessert dinner is what I'm going to have in 2 hours, and get 2 different desserts to share. Get to her car, smoke the other half of the blunt, told her I enjoyed spending time with her, liked her vibe, and asked when I could see her next. Guys, can you please not use vibe as a word? When I see a man speaking like, oh, the vibe, you know, the vibe. I've used that word like a few times for lack of better options, but hey, if you can avoid it, all the better. She said the following Saturday at brunch. She said the following Saturday at a brunch spot near her place, and then I walked her to her car, gave her a hug, and we parted ways. Texted her some pictures from the art museum. She sent some dry texts. I left her on red, and the following morning I texted saying good morning, hope she had a nice time with her friends and to have a great day. She replied saying thanks and I hope you have a lovely day too. Following day I texted her saying hope she's having a great day and start to her week. No reply. Waited till the day before our date to confirm if we're still on. Nothing. She posted on her story afterwards and realized I've been ghosted. Since then, she's unfollowed me on Instagram, which made me unfollow her. Is this how dating really is? You go on one date, have a good time, and that's that? Yes. And guys, I'm not even gonna blame the woman, because this is your mistake. You are 33 years old. I don't know if it's the first time you're touching a dating app, but regardless of that, you should know that dating apps, number one, dating apps are not it. Number two, women over 30 are a red flag. You mix those things together and you have a wombo combo of a red flag. A 31-year-old female on a dating app, right? And she's still single. It's such a red flag, guys. And there you have it. She used him, went for the date. Probably he paid for it. Yeah, went to her art museum, had a good time, had feelings. And that's that. She uses you as recreational purposes. This is why I don't have such a huge problem with men using women for their bodies, because these women use men for their wallets and time and validation. It's an exchange, really. It's like vultures feeding off of each other, you know? So I don't even know, maybe she mentioned something. she was going with her friends or something. I couldn't understand it because this guy wrote this story a bit with his feet. But anyway, the whole picture is she used you, my dude. There you go. Now you feel like these women that are after they get used by Chad, you know. So there you have modern day dating in a nutshell, guys. But we'll cut the video short here with probably the main takeaway being, what the hell are you doing on a dating app, trying to date for real, trying to find something serious? Now, to be fair, guys, I know this one couple, right? This one couple who met off of a dating app, and they are married and have a kid right now. And the woman didn't sleep around or get validation from 1,000 men. The man wasn't there to prey upon lonely women to be with them for their body. But for that one couple that managed to successfully find a person through a dating app, literally everyone else I've known, seen in my life has had a terrible experience at it, alright? So, I don't know. Never tell me the odds, right? But hey, if you want to do that, you're probably going to end up in an article story and I'm going to be laughing about you. Gentlemen, thanks for watching. Thanks for making Ampus Day better. Please interact with the video and also follow me on Patreon where you can see exclusive content. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.